This place is like a paradise for book lovers where we see books are on demand and that they affect all the frontiers of our life. Here we see lots and lots of books around me where there are 9,000 titles and each title has its copies. These copies come down to 2 lakh books. And the first question that arises in the mind of the readers is which are the books which are best in the market? And here is the answer. We see the Shiva trilogy, Chetan Bhagat's 2020, and coming down we have Khalid Hosseini's Kite Runner. So these are the top 20 books which are currently on demand. And then the next question that arises in the mind of the reader is which are the new books that have arrived in the market? And the answer is, well, here, which is divided into 3 sections. First section is business and management, where we see Arindam Chaudhary's new book, and down here we have Abdul Kalam's Target 3 million, which talks about the strategy of eradicating poverty in the world. Then coming down to non-fiction. In non-fiction we have different books which are arrived new. The Guinness Book of World Record, the updated version, and then we have Limca Books of World Record, and obviously coming down to the fiction where we have new books like Shoaib Akhtar's Controversially Yours, and then The Fear Index by Robert Harris. So these are the new books which have arrived in fiction. Talking about fiction, we can say that fiction books help us escape the real world and gives lots of time to the readers to relieve themselves and come down to these bookshops and go through all these books which are there in front of them. These books provide good time escape for the readers. And then we have a different section out here which talks about Indian fiction. Indian fiction, yes. Indian writers have made mark across globe. And here we have Chetan Bhagat, who has made a revolution 2020 recently, and his new books. And his books too have adaptations in movies like his One Night at Call Center, which has a movie adaptation, a movie called Hello. And then coming down to our very own witty and humorous R.K. Narayan and his famous book, The World of Malgudi, the Malgudi Days, in which he connects to the reader's real life. So here we have variety of Indian fiction books. But apart from that, we have various foreign authors who have made their mark in the world, and the bestsellers are down here in different genres. Like here we see crime and mystery, a different section altogether where people who are interested in crime talk about that. And then coming further down, here we have romance, who are interested in romance. And coming down to romance, we have Noora Roberts' books. And yes, we have Eric Segal also down here, and the Daniela Steele book that we see here, Special Delivery, which is also on a love story. But apart from that, we have science fiction too, which has a scientific reasoning in the fiction touch. And here we see various science authors, and the most important one is Isaac Asimov. Coming out of the Hogwarts Express, what do we see? The signature of the very known author, J.K. Rowling, who might have come here for a book launch. So moving forward, we see various, like you can see down here, we have a kid sitting on her aunt's lap and just reading books.
Yeah, it's really fun looking at the books.
So you can see that children are very much interested in these books, and they are actually reading at this stage where you see a small kid also coming down here and reading books. Oh wow, this is the best-selling author of children, and it built an entire section, his famous 5. So these are the things which are ingrained in the mind of children at this very point of stage. This bookshop also conducts book reading sessions every Sunday for children, and then there are book launches and also some discounts for adults. And then the entire section that we see down here, a coffee shop, nothing like it for adults to read books along with coffee. And then signing off, I also bought a book for myself, so I can't resist reading. So with a cup of coffee, I will end this with camera person Rajendra. This is Aarti Katira for MRSC.